This is a direct message to people from Southwest. They have been calling us Northerners all sort of falling names, that we are parasites, that we are useless, that they are going to teach us a lesson 2027. Maybe they have baby mentality. They don't know the North. They don't know our history. One state in northern Nigeria is equivalent to the whole of Southwest. My lecturer once told me something. He said, never ever in your life trust a Yoruba land. He said, if a Yoruba man shake your hand, he mean maybe or no. While in your heart, he mean yes. While in his heart, he mean no. He said, if a Yoruba man nod his head, he mean no. They are hypocrite in nature. He said, never ever trust a Yoruba man. I already know the nature of Yoruba. They are hypocrites. They behave like chameleons. Let me assure you, people from Southwest, that we are going to teach you a lesson. We are going to teach this Yoruba, this direct message to Yoruba land. No any Yoruba man will ever click to power again. What they say and what they mean are two different things. Never ever trust them. They are hypocrite people in nature. Tinubu is OTP, one time present, period, inshallah.
Hey, they say my laughter get meaning of Vancouver. The romance, the Muslim ticket romance has finished. OTP. Hey. You know when they say foolishness, sometimes some people they carry on like pride for head. This is what it means. People will sit down, election will come. You see election like this, koro that you're supposed to vote who will work for you. You say you are voting sentiment. Muslim ticket. They were insulting us. If you see the way they were cursing us, some of them, they literally would have killed us on the road. They would have killed us. That we are Muslim and we are not supporting the Muslim ticket. Any Muslim that is not supporting Muslim ticket, kinika. You be using it to boil rice now. You put 1 cup. Your money can buy just half cup. You put it, then you add the Muslim ticket. It will swell and fill the whole pot and feed everyone. We think that God can be mocked. Injustice, we didn't see that. We didn't see how much Islam is against injustice. People sat down and were doing all sorts. That thing is saying, that the North will do it. I've said this thing before and I will say it again. The North cannot give anyone presidency. What it can do is that it can give you the critical number of votes that you need to rig election. That's a fallacy that died a long time ago, where they said the North is the North that will give this. It's no longer. Because what is the North? The North is not the North that it used to be the North. It's no longer that. And I'll tell you. Most times when they talk about this North, it's basically the Northwest. It's the Northwest region. And then they try to encompass that. It is not a homogeneous block. There was a time when the North was a homogeneous block. That's what they used to do, that one North, northern Nigeria, one northern Nigeria. But the biggest thing, after a while it started, there was that separation, mumbling. The biggest time, the time that it came to the front the most, that indeed, where some people saw that, this thing that they are calling North is not one. It was during former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And what did he do? Because he gave appointment to Northerners, especially some of this military appointment. I think like is it all those chief of defense, those chief this thing, he gave them to northerners who were not the typical Hausa Fulani Muslim. And so there was an uproar from the north. And people were like, no, how can you care? Was like, is it not north? Now when people say, so the north that you say is one is actually not one. And that began to see that seed. So if you're talking about the north, the way most of them, when they want to talk about, they will put it as the whole that block. It's not. If you're talking about the north, you're talking about north central, right? You're talking about northeast. You're talking about northwest. I think those are the three. North central is not north. Those ones, they have their own mind. They have their own this thing. Because you're talking about places like Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue, Niger, Kwara. I'm missing one. Which one is it that I'm missing? And then Kogi. Yes, Kogi is not central. So these are the states, that are in that north central. So you have a mix of this thing. Whether it's they are not they are, I think they are, if I'm not mistaken, there are more Christians there than Muslims. If I'm here, I think so. Yeah, Jos is more Christian. Benue is more Christian. Kogi, I think it's more Christian. I'm not sure. It's Kwara. Yeah, that it's they have more Muslims. So in terms of religion, there are more Christians in the north central than the and then the tribe. I don't even think there are no Hausas as per Hausas indigenous in the north central. No. I don't think there are. No, there are other. No, there aren't. Then you now go to the south, northeast. Even the northeast. Okay, yeah. Sometimes some of the states like Borno and Co might go along the way of the northwest, but it's not very. It's not as giving. You are talking about the Adamawa. So when you now come to the northeast, it's where you do the Adamawa, Taraba, Gombe, Borno, and then two other ones. Yobe is there. Taraba, did I mention Taraba? Taraba, so you have those 6. Those ones are also a mix, and they have a lot of Christian population. And so that was why you saw, even when Peter Obi came out, and when this Muslim thing came, because the northern Christian really felt marginalized, because it now came to the look as if like, they do south north, and then that, and to the moment it was a Muslim southerner that APC had put out, it should have been a northern Christian that should be there, and then they didn't do that. They went to carry it's a northern it was supposed to be a northern Christian, and then they ended up going with a northern Muslim, and so that hierarchy sort of like changed. So you have all of that. Places like Taraba, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Taraba has more population. Taraba has more Christian population than than Muslim population, and they're made of lots of tribes. And some of these states have like over maybe 50, almost, some of them almost 100 kind of different tribes. That's how, not Hausa, different tribes, that they have over there. So all of this, so those ones are there. Then the ones that you have, that is the northwest, which is usually, it is those northwest people that they would say that any sort is like northwest, and that's where you have your Kaduna, you have your Kano, you have your Katsina, you have your Jigawa, you have your Zamfara, you have your Sokoto, you have your Birnin Kebbi. I'm missing one. I don't know whether it's Jigawa. I've just missed one state, because those ones, they have 7. If I mention 7, then I mentioned all of them. If it's not up to 7, then I've missed some out of it. And so these are the ones that you have stay on the northwest, and they are the one that you have more of the Hausa Fulanis being there. In the northeast, you have a good number of the Fulanis also there, more than the Hausas. The Hausas are predominantly more in the northwest, but of course the Hausa language is like it's like a colonial lingua franca of So people who were colonized, that language, they just adapted it, and when the Fulanis came and did that colonization, they were not many, but they were able to keep, even though they kept their language, they now use Hausa as the sort of like the language of the colonizer. So you now find out that almost, in short, literally almost everywhere in the north, they speak Hausa, even when they have their other languages, that they speak. Other than the north central, a bit of the north central, which if you really look at the Nigerian map, those places they call north central are more like in the south than they are in the northern part. But of course, the politics of it, you needed population and everything. All of those things were carved into the north, and then the north, sort of like became bigger. Because if you really are looking at the map, you're thinking, how did they come down this way to be cutting this thing and still be calling it, the north? So that's it. So I think it's a huge fallacy when they always keep saying that, oh, the north will make someone president. Because if the north was going to make anyone president, it would have made Buhari president since 2003. They couldn't. Even 2011, Jonathan won Buhari hands down. He won him. Jonathan got a lot of votes from the northern part. It was just after Jonathan won 2015 with the arrogance of PDP, the bad governance at that time, the failure, which a lot of people now say, oh, it wasn't bad governance, everything was going very well. During Buhari was everything not going better than now. It's still bad governance. And the things and the arrogance and the insecurity and all of that were going on, people got angry and, voted for Buhari, even when many of them, they never liked him, but because of what was happening at that particular time. So, let me ask again. What happened to the Muslim ticket? Thank you.